global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Still on the update of what took place in courts today and what as top politicians are telling Tinubu to fat. They're telling them literally, telling Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, the president of Nigeria, that we don't literally need Senate and reps. We're going to find out why he said what he said and what he's trying to avoid. And of course, it looks like more witnesses are being called in the PEPT court trial. I'm referring to the presidential election petition tribunal that took place today, still going on, and hopefully by tomorrow again we still have more of it coming up. But this time around, we're looking at for PDP. Witnesses are being called, and what they're saying is really very interesting. But before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see about notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Let's start with what happened in PEPT today, and then we'll look at why they're telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do away with senators and reps. You'll find out. Well, the candidates of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar, presented his witness before the Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja on Thursday. Abubakar and the PDP are disputing the victory of President Bola Tinubu of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) in the presidential election held on February 25th. During the court proceedings, Abubakar's first witness, retired Captain Joe Agada, who served as the state coalition agent of the PDP in Kogi State for the general election, claimed he was compelled to sign the presidential election result by officials from the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). Agada stated that the officials refused to provide him with a copy of the result unless he signed the document. Under the guidance of Atiku's lead counsel, Chief Chris Uche, the witness asserted that the presidential election result in Kogi State was manipulated. Agada detailed how he observed the bimodal voters accreditation system (BVAS) machines being tampered with in over 20 polling units he visited. He told the court, "My lords, I am a witness of truth. I did not visit all the polling units, but I was present when BVAS in over 20 PUS, that's polling units, were being manipulated across the two senatorial districts that I visited." During cross-examination by INEC's counsel, Mr. Abdullahi Aliyu, the witness claimed that the PDP agents were pressured into signing the results forms. He confirmed, "Yes, our agents signed forms EC8A, EC8B, and EC8C, but they were forced to sign the result, especially in Kogi State, because INEC said they would not give us copies unless we signed." When questioned by one of the President Tinubu's lawyers, Chief Akin Olujimi, Agada admitted that as the state coalition agent for the PDP, he was cajoled into signing the state coalition result. He told the court, "I was forced to sign the state coalition result because without signing, they said they would deny me a copy to take to my party." Very deep. Let's find out what they're saying about this issue of Senate and rep and all that. Come with me, please. Well, according to Kano Central Senator Ibrahim Shikaru, has advised President Bola Tinubu on steps to take in reducing cost of governance. Shikaru advised Tinubu to cut down the composition of the Senate and House of Representatives as a way of reducing the cost of governance. Speaking on the news today, Shikaru said Nigeria does not need both chambers under Tinubu. According to Shikaru, left to me, we don't need to have two chambers. The two houses, it's costing the country. I agree a democracy means getting as many involved as possible, but the way it is going on now is almost 500 legislators nationwide. I don't think we really need this much at the moment. The composition of the National Assembly is 109 senators and the 360 House of Representative members. You know what is making me so excited? In this all this is in summary, all this is advice to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's also a sitting senator, so I don't know if his house, because he has brought it up. Maybe he will have to discuss it in the house. If senators will agree that they even have enough, they will tell yourself it's not even enough to cater over for over 200 million Nigerians, and the constituency they are even some of them will even insist that the constituency even need two senators, not one. And you are here saying that they should scrap it and reduce it probably to one and reduce the number. Which, if you ask me, to really reduce a cost of governance, how much do our senators take home? How much is their allowances? How much is their constituency money they give to constituency? Now he's now saying let the cost cutting start from the Senate House. Will the legislature, in all honesty, agree to this? It makes a lot of sense, judging the fact it's coming from the Senate, a senator as well. But let's be the pulse of Nigerians. But if you look at it from the other way around, reducing the number with the level of corruption we already have in this country, are we going to really be practicing a democracy? Because the more people the more. But now if the slot is now reduced to whatever slot, because he didn't mention the exact number he's looking at to be reduced for the cost of governance to reduce, that means the few hands with the crowd that be chasing the few senatorial seats will be so massive. I doubt if it's like this with little crowd. Imagine now when they now reduce the seats to something smaller. But let's be the pulse of Nigerians. Nigerians are talking. But if you ask me, with the level we are going through at this country, at this rate, we need a lot of checks and balances. But have the legislatures really lived up to the expectations of making policies that guard and protect the people? Because that's probably may be one of the reasons why the senators feel that they're actually not worth so much, judging the fact that there's so much and the cost of governance is so high. If you just reduce them, after all, what over 500 can do, 300 can do, 200 can do, 100 can do, literally. Okay, let's be the possible, because there's some senators, honorable members, who stay in the house. They don't contribute far. They don't say all they just do, they collect constituency money and go. So they just want, maybe these are some of those people, they want them to go home. Let's be the pulse of Nigerians very quickly. This one here says, I support wholeheartedly, but this is a constitutional matter that would require amendment to the constitution. Will politicians support this? I doubt it. My brother too, I doubt it. Another person said this is why many believe that the 99 constitution has become the slave master. 1999 constitution has become the slave master of Nigeria, and yet it's not the product of we the Nigerian people, but a military supervised document. Another person here says, let's be real, Shikao is making some valid and vital points here. Those who should represent the people are just there representing themselves and their family welfare rather than being a service to the society. It has become an avenue to share national cake among a privileged few. Legislative business should be made purely part-time voluntary service by competent and accomplished citizens. This one is so on point. Another person here says cost of governance is too much in Nigeria, and yet we are not seeing any meaningful impact. They disappear, and after 4 years remember their constituent members with sachets of rice and many more because we permitted them. Another person says exactly, only representative from each state on part-time basis is enough. The present two houses are worsening corruption in the country. All right, these are quite strong and valid points. And let's meet in our comment section what's your take on this point raised.